See an absolute classic for In the Garage. I mean, we haven't had a lot in the garages, but it's still classic. VMPR versus Outlet. Marth versus Beach. These guys, I think historically, Outlet's been on the run, doing quite well for a long time. It's kind of hard to say. VMPR, grinding, working hard. He's a student of Sleepy K himself. Outlet, I feel like he's been a little absent from melee in comparison for how he used to be so active, and he's still a fantastic player. But he's, I don't know. I'd say sometimes it's like if he's had upsets. I remember one of his first like giant opponents was Nox, right? You know, like a year ago's number 10 was a Marth. Now he's a ghost, gone forever maybe. And then he had a upset at a Sackett several months ago to D-Mal, Corvallis player. But other than that, I can't think of his like matchup history against Marth, his major upsets or losses. It's kind of the same though with VMPR against Beach. It's like both these guys are pretty comfortable. I wouldn't call it either their best matchups or their worst matchups. But both these guys practice all the time. I play them both personally very often. And it's hard to say. It's like Alec's just a very bizarre player. He has amazing composure, like none other probably. And then Dawson is just like a VMPR. I mean, he's like a data fiend. He learns a lot of stuff. Really grinds with matchups. He has a really good work ethic when it comes to this game. I can't say Outlet doesn't, but it's different. They have like different strengths and how they learn and improve.
Yeah, you try to like figure out like how.
I was gonna make it. Yeah, I saw that. It was a good drift. Really ambiguous positioning. But that S-Smash isn't gonna quite kill him. I think one of these turnips or stray peach aerials is probably gonna be what gets away with it. Yeah. Okay, there's a throw. Not exactly what I thought it was gonna be, but that's kind of irrelevant. And this match, of course, top 8 winners. We have other matches coming up. Another winners match is we're going to have Juba versus Ford Money. So it's kind of funny that we see at this tournament a lot of this like lower part of our state PR. Some of our mid and higher level players are over at Shine. Right now we have Aura, Battery DC, Dr. Z. They're all over in Shine, which is fantastic. But over here, you know, we've got our HM Outlet. We've got longtime Rising Star VMPR. Wouldn't surprise me to see him any season to see him appear in one of those lower PR spots. We have Ford Money, number 10 on our PR. Mustache Massacre couldn't quite make it, which is unfortunate. And we have other great players, like long time talked about, very similar to Dawson, like not a Rising Star, he's almost like he's a fallen star now. Good player, could have been state PR, but hasn't been that active. AU, also at this tournament. Little uncommon. This one means a lot though. Just high percentage. If Outlet snakes, yeah, that'll close it. But 65% is not a bad lead to get. That last stock he closed on him closed really early. While VMPR is like he let him live to a really high percentage. We saw VMPR start the set really, really strong, and that one early stock he took, like lost, was really like game changing. Good turn, amazing. Well, hit him the wrong way, but that back air is gonna be able to close it. I don't think VMPR has a jump. He does. Oh, insane! That was a very uncharacteristic flub. The VMPR is doing these really interesting, like he's going off stage with an aerial, like looking to reposition and like save the ledge, and which he got in one of them like his first stock. But that time it didn't quite work out. He went a little too low because once you've made the mistake and you're down there, you have to figure something out. Oh, interesting. I like how he was really patient. He's like, I'm just gonna dash. I'm gonna look for another grab. VMPR can really grab heavy here. Obviously, if you were to like pick one move that's like, what's VMPR's favorite move? It's just grab. It's not any throw or like a setup or anything. It's just he likes to grab you a lot. He wants to take away your ability to play. And sometimes it might kill you after. See, there's one of those. We got a last stock in this first game. Set it backwards. Ooh, run past down smash. Turn it to back air. Outlet's so scared to grab ledge in this matchup. It's actually really interesting. That's gonna do it almost for sure. Yep, still scared to grab ledge. And he's gonna make that back. Not sure what he's looking for every time. I think it's gonna really cost him the set. He's lost 2 to 3 edge guards just because he will never grab the ledge. He is gonna get tippered in one of these spots and just be left in a terrible position without a jump. He's gotta close out really early with a good some strong punish or something. Because his edge guards are just not closing the deal. And oh no, VMPR is not an easy player to edge guard. He's really developed his recovery recently. Almost. The next one will do it. Very tense first set game. That he has to grab ledge here. He's okay. Didn't get the right guy on the turnip. That absolutely was savable though. Outlet takes the first game of this set. It is a best of 5 set though, so there's a lot of area for this to change or improve or change. We move into game 2. VMPR counterpick FD this first counterpick. If VMPR's favorite move is grab, his favorite place to do it is here. He really is just, he's a Marth player, right? I mean, nothing's weird so far. Ooh, really patient looking for that up air, I like that. Now he's got Peach in this. This is like one of the things that's so great about this stage for Marth in this matchup is that he gets those like amazing sharking positions. Ooh, that was a little sloppy. But he ended up closing it out actually, and only 32%, like as Outlet comes in the next stock. That's not a bad place to be. Ooh, and a Stitch Face. Thing is, every set you have to count. They're getting something messed up. They're getting some really crazy pull. They will happen. You don't know when, but they will. I've never seen a Peach so scared to grab the ledge.
It's different. It's very different. It's like kind of like.
This game's coming down to the wire again, but Outlet is a lower percentage than VMPR. Let's see if Outlet can convert that to anything before VMPR gets a brutal punish started. Outlet takes game 2. Just a Randy fair. Not Randy, but a good call out. And VMPR is going to take him right back to FD. Changing to green looks a little different. Never seen him in my life play green. Actually foreign. I'm befuddled. It must have been an accident. I've never seen him in his life do that. He hates green too. What a bizarre thing. Wonder why. What a possible thought. VMPR is maintaining a really different momentum in this game. I wonder what color changes are always so funny because it usually means like you're reminding yourself to do something differently. Or it's a different epiphany you have. You're trying to focus on, and whatever it is, it's kind of pushing to play a little cleaner, a little more effectively here. If I were to be totally honest, no matter where I look at the set, I would not look at Outlet versus VMPR and think, oh, this is going to be a 3-0. I would never think that. It's going to be a 3-1, 3-2, and I don't know, either could win. It favors Outlet. I think he's won pretty consistently. I'm sure VMPR has wins on him. I'm positive. I just can't think of what their score, set count looks like, you know? That was a really scary spot for VMPR. Losing the stock like that, it's just too early. And outlet, grabbing ledge for the first time I've seen. It was a good spot to do it too. So you saving that sort of like new stuff, like that's a very me move. I like to keep that kind of read or like that situation where I'm like, I'm not doing it. I want them to think I won't do it in the time where it matters most, right? It's like conditioning to like a real extent. As jokey as it to say like you condition your opponent, but you really do. If you miss your pivot, tipper, F smash at Marth every time, but know how to do it, it makes them think that you can't, and they won't respect it. So when you get it, you've like conditioned them to think you'll make the mistake. And like I called, VMPR wins that one. We're not seeing 3-0. Even though like close. The best 5 set, there's still time for this turnaround. When you're at the 1-2, it still feels so doable. It's so different when you're already down and you're 0-2, and you have to win that game to even continue moving. Getting to 1 though is like, it's a breath you get to take, you know?
Somebody clip that. Somebody get that. Oh my god!
VMPR sticking green Marth. It's so weird. That's an amazing opening. Getting this full stock lead is going to be a lot for VMPR if he wants to go into a game 5. Oh, nice. Fantastic. You can't be falling on Peach with like those soft aerials like that when she's still at 1%. He definitely actually grabbed that turnip looking for an air. Whoa. Beam sword throw. Interesting. Outlet, he's not a waster of the beam sword, but he is a thrower, and I can almost say with certainty VMPR's going to take this one. Outlet's probably trying to use this game as data at this point to go into game 5 release. Whoa, no, spike. I wonder what happened. Seeing this come to last talk actually really amuses me. It's kind of scary because Outlet is such a cheeser. I'll be real. I like his Peach, but he does some stuff here and there, like, especially in those last talks. VMPR takes a moment of triumph there. He's like, alright, we're moving on here, I don't care. I'm still trying to figure out this green Marth thing. I can't think of anything except like Rishi. Only thing that comes through my mind.
You would have been like,
That's gonna close it out. Back to 3-stock Demon.
I think if I.
Obviously, Dreamland can be really brutal for Marth, especially in a matchup like this where it's already like great stage for Peach, bad stage for Marth. And there's so many little things about this particular matchup where like I think it really, really heavily favors Peach. Marth has a couple things though, because it's kind of nice to be able to breathe and have area to move around turnips. I think that's something that it's a little bit of like you get one perk, right? Like it's not the worst possible situation in the universe. But that's maybe it. Oh, I thought that turnip was going to catch him on his way up. Outlet is playing at a really tight edge guard here. Doing some weird turnip callouts. And yeah, shield poke after Nair. Outlet's going for like some ledge grabs now, which is, I mean, the thing is, it's not even that he's grabbing ledge and getting away with it, but now VMPR has to respect it so much. Like right there, he was like, he couldn't just kind of go for it and knowing it was safe. He had like reconsider his movement and his drift on the way he came down. He didn't go for the immediate like really low recovery that we saw earlier in the set that he was getting away with a lot. Oh, interesting. Outlet got stuck in some weird float stuff there and got like canceled. Tech down smash. These players have really interesting platform interactions with each other. I like seeing it. This is one of the closest sets I've seen between these players in quite a while. There's another one of those low recoveries, but at that point it's just like a mix-up. Outlet gave up on another ledge situation. Gonna hold it here? Yeah, he at least tried. But now that the mix-up's like on the table, it means so much more. That counter was so ambitious. If I get it though, like it looks like it's a high reward if it works out. No pokes? Okay, finally one got through. I'm amazed Outlet like was just persistent about trying to keep it. No dash, but instead that's a fantastic set.
God, you're so fucking hard to beat.
Good sportsmanship from both players. Fantastic set.
That was actually good. Yeah, that was really good.